Before we get in this video, I just want to give you some insight into everything that you're going to see. I was recently invited to a private gathering at the Packard plant, and it was an art show that they did to commemorate the bridge that collapsed there last winter. And it was a private gathering where they took pieces of the bridge, like broken pieces of the bridge, and turned them into artwork. It was really cool. It was put together by Yvette Vandervelde and John Sauve. And I actually was at the bridge the day it collapsed, and I got footage with my drone, and I just saved it because I didn't know if I was going to use it for my documentary film or what. But when I got invited to that get-together, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll put this in here. So there's a little bit of that footage. There's a little bit of footage of the actual art exhibit. And then at the end, my favorite building at Packard actually got completely demolished by the city. It was a building that spawned so much of my brand, my everything, my creativity, because of the things that I filmed there and just the environment and all that. That building was a huge staple to this portion of my journey. So I wanted to take some footage of it and put it at the end. So there's a bunch of cool footage in here, and I'm pretty much just letting it play out montage style just so you can see all these cool shots. I hope you enjoy it. Back to the video.
That's air ride. That's what lifts it.
Oh, what? See, I've never seen a car that has
2 compressors, tank.
I was wondering.
Oh,
That's
this is cool.
epic.
This is cool.
Wow.
Oh, it's fine.
Watch that one.
Yeah, I'm like, watch all of them. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh boy. Alright, so Packard is so sketchy that you even have to sign waivers for the events. I've been here for quite a few events, and even though I know them, every time I still have to sign a waiver because you just never know what could happen here. You've seen those stairs. So that art event, again, was put together by Yvette Vandervelde and John Sauve. He's actually the guy behind all those metal cutout sculptures that you see in Detroit. There's over 100 of them. They're on top of buildings. If you've been in Detroit at all, you've had to have seen one of these things somewhere and been like, oh, what is that? It's just a silhouette. But yeah, I met the guy behind the mask. It's just crazy to think that's such a cool level of communication with your art. If you know anything, if you watch these videos, you may be new to my videos. I've been shooting a documentary for 4 or 5 years called aDetroitFilm, #aDetroitFilm. So I have a lot of footage of all of these places, and I'm just going to let them out sometimes and let some of it be seen. In this next montage, obviously I'm still holding on to my favorite stuff, but I'm going to show you some cool stuff that we just had happen over the years. It's just insane to think about how much happened here in such a short span of time. I do want to give a disclaimer, though. Also, if you've watched my stuff, you know I've gotten in legal trouble for this stuff years ago, and I mean years ago. I haven't been doing it in years, so I don't want to look like I'm promoting or condoning anything like this. Fortunately for me, the people always understood that I loved these buildings and they loved how I branded their location. It's not going to happen for you like that. I'm sorry. It's just not and I'm not trying to discourage people. Everyone always thinks you're trying to discourage them. I'm saying someone died in one of these buildings a couple of months ago. It's dangerous, and I'm not saying I could do it and you can't. Look, I've been in legal trouble. I'm not promoting this behavior. It's just part of my past, and it's part of the story, and it's part of how me and a lot of people transitioned into our careers. So eventually the full story will be told, but for now, enjoy this footage. Again, shout out to security. No disrespect. I miss all the times at the Packard. I hope you guys enjoy the footage. Even though the vast majority of the Packard plant remains intact, the building that the city demolished holds some of my favorite memories that are etched into my head forever. No more trips down the train tracks and through the hole in the fence. No more stopping at the Remy grave as a superstitious ritual as we go on our dangerous journey. No more the best autumn sunset view in the entire city. One less location to stand right next to death in comfort. I shot my first viral short film here. Went on endless adventures, just me and my drone. We even randomly ended up on set of Transformers 5 one day. One thing that's bittersweet is that I don't miss being an annoyance to security guards. I cannot wait to show you guys what's to come with my documentary film. There's just so much of an incredible story to tell. It's cool to give you guys like a quick blink into things with these vlogs. Alright, so I just want to keep everyone updated who watches my content a lot to everything that's going on. I'm wrapping up shooting my short film, SMD film, this month. We have a shoot July 20th at the Detroit Artist Test Lab, and I need as many extras as possible. So if you want to be an extra or you want to help me out, it's greatly appreciated. Please email aDetroitZone@gmail.com, and we can get you registered to be in the short film. After that, we'll premiere it. Once post-production's done, then I'll take it to film festivals, and then eventually, hopefully, get it on Netflix and iTunes and Amazon, or maybe just post it to YouTube. I don't know. It'll depend where it has its best chance at getting what it deserves. Outside of that, my character, Bando Khan, which if you've seen, I've been working on 3D modeling a video game character, an animated character, cartoon, whatever it ends up being. It's going to be everything, because I create in every lane. But I've made progress with 3D printing as of late, and I've been printing pieces of the model, just test pieces, nothing that's perfected, just trying to see how it looks, and I'm super excited to dive into the realm of making a toy. I feel like I'm accessing the creativity I had when I was just so young. Like when I was in kindergarten, I used to put toys, because I would not be separated from my favorite toys. I was so OCD, no one would tell me otherwise. I would cuff my pants, and when I couldn't have toys in class, I would put the toys down in the bottom of the pants cuff so I could have them with me and no one would know. I remember one time I put a giant Street Shark toy in my leg because it was my favorite at the time, and it cut up my leg, and obviously I had a toy in there. I don't know why my teacher never said anything, but they just let me do it because I was just so strange, and it's exciting to me to have become an adult and to be able to go tap back into that and to create a character and bring it to life. It's like having a child, but it's like you choose everything. I designed his nose and his eyes and his little mouth and all this stuff. So to see it come into the physical world as a toy, it's not only a statement to my happiness as a creative person, it's a statement to the level of the technology and everything that we're capable of, and I don't think people realize it. It's insane, you know what I mean? There's no one that should be sitting in their room and they're making a quality documentary film, a quality short film, animated character, a toy, and all this other stuff. But like the technology gives you the ability, you know. It doesn't give you it. You have to learn and spend 10,000 hours on each thing to perfect it. But it's possible. Entry level isn't $1 million anymore to get these programs or to do this stuff. I've been just using a toy box 3D printer and just learning about it, and the parts are coming out kind of cool. So it's just super exciting. Outside of that, obviously I'm always working on aDetroitFilm. I've got some of my favorite footage ever lately, but it's that stuff you can't share for a long time. But I'm just excited. So if you are new to my vlogs and you've never seen one, I make a lot of videos, a lot of creative stuff. It's always around storytelling and adventure. So hit the subscribe button and whatever else YouTube makes you hit, the bells and stuff, in order to know when I post if you want to see more. Comment your favorite memory if you're an explorer or someone who's been to Packard. What's funny is my character actually coincidentally has to do with this vlog in some sense, because Albert Kahn designed the Packard plant. He was the architect that designed it. And he also designed this building in Detroit. He designed a ton of them, but he designed this building called the National Theater. Both are abandoned now, but both are regarded as just these beautiful historic things. And I actually found a baby kitten one night super late. It was like 2 a.m. when we were exploring inside the National Theater. And I named it Bando because it was in an abandoned building. And since it was an Albert Kahn building, I ended up naming the character Bando Kahn, well, the cat. But I gave the kitten away and was like, oh, this will now spawn my video game character, and it's this little human, and his name's Bando Kahn. It just correlates. I don't know. If you're into history and architecture, maybe you'll understand. Anyways, goodbye.
I know what you're thinking. What the heck is that thing? That's rude. You don't know what I've been through. I've seen some things. You can't even imagine. I can't even talk about this right now. I'm getting choked up.